As your mother used to say, if your friends jumped off of a building, would you do it? Well, some of these people might say yes. Welcome to Unifier TV, where truth has no fear. Some of you guys might have seen this boat challenge that have actually taken the lives of 4 people who accepted the challenge. Unfortunately, may they rest in peace, and prayers to their families. But this also exposes an issue within social media, but we're going to lean on TikTok right now. There have been many deadly challenges that unfortunately not even just young people are accepting. There was one challenge in particular that a lot of young people, according to the statistics, between the ages of 12 and 13 actually took on the challenge of some kind of fire challenge.
This is the video Kimberly Crane, Destiny's mom, and Andrea, Destiny's sister, say the teen was trying to recreate.
Her friend was like yelling and saying like, oh, she was filming TikTok, she was filming TikToks. There was a capped bottle of alcohol sitting on the counter, and the whole side of it was black and the whole side of it had busted open.
However, it's not just the kids that are heavily influenced by social media. The blackout challenge. Now, this is actually an old school thing. I don't know if any of you guys seen some nutcase people in school do this thing where they would actually lean on your chest with both hands while your back is against the wall until you pass out. There was a challenge on TikTok. The kids were choking themselves until they passed out.
About a TikTok challenge called Blackout, in which children choke themselves until they pass out.
If you see something online and you see people framing it as fun or a challenge or something interesting, you're sort of gamifying the particular thing and decreasing people's perception of the risks.
Then it's the Skull Breaker challenge. I mean, it's called Skull Breaker. People actually took on this challenge where 2 out of the 3 people would kick their legs from under the third person until they fall. Absolutely, that's just absolutely insane. But people took on the challenge, and the results are self-explanatory. And there was one that seemed a little more innocent than the others, but it's still dangerous, called the Cha-Cha Slide Challenge. Of course, most of us know what the Cha-Cha Slide is.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
Now, many of us will dance behind the wheel while we're listening to music. We're in the zone. But the Cha-Cha Slide Challenge actually had people swerving all over the road. To the left, take it back, to the right, all that kind of stuff. People were actually swerving all over the road and causing accidents. Then, of course, those who got bored with their loose change took part in a challenge called the Penny Challenge, where you stick a penny between a half plugged in socket. You half plugged in charger, whatever it was, and you stick a penny between the prongs and the outlet. And what do you think is going to happen? And people got electrocuted, unfortunately. So I say all this to say one thing. The devil is very busy. The problem is that everyone's trying to keep up with what the most popular thing is to do. Because if it gains enough follows, if it gains enough shares, if it gains enough attention, everyone wants to be a part of what's current. Everyone wants to be a part of what everybody else is doing so they can try to stay relevant, so they can try to become relevant. It's disgusting. It's crazy. Everyone is chasing fame. And a lot of this can be attributed to your favorite celebrity. Now, you got all these people out there that have a name for themselves. But a lot of them aren't using their name for the right reasons, in the right ways. They're influencing people to do what's current. You know what? Something as small as what Instagram now has, Threads. Threads is a huge waste of time because it's trying to compete with Twitter. You have to download a separate app for it. That's too much work. But ever since Threads came out, I've been seeing a lot of influencers with Threads in their bio because, oh, this is the newest thing. I got to be on it because it's what everybody else is going to be doing, so I need to stay up. That is a problem. It's not about fame. It's not about money. It's not about status. Well, it shouldn't be. But the problem is that people are so heavily influenced by the almighty dollar and trying to chase fame that they put everything else aside, including their safety and their own lives. This is what the devil wants. Social media is a major eye of Satan. Now, can you use social media for good things? You definitely can. And if you are called to do so, you definitely should. However, there's a lot of demonic, dark ins and outs of social media. You have underage interactions on there, older people interacting with younger people in the wrong way. Instagram is getting too loose now where you see all kinds of nudity on there. Twitter has been loose, all kinds of nudity on there. Social media is a very dark place. If you can use it for good, hats off to you. And if you can succeed on there, hats off to you. But you got to do it the right way because it's a very dark place. The devil's after people who will allow themselves to be under certain spiritual demonic attack because of what they allow themselves to entertain. Stop being so influenced by what's current, what's popular, what's gaining a lot of numbers, what your favorite celebrity says, because you yourself are the ones that are at risk. It's your life, not theirs. Forget fame, forget money. It's your life and you need to protect it. And consider your family, consider your kids. Think about what's more important. So, parents, young people, whoever's watching this video, do not allow yourself to be sucked into the dark hole of social media popularity.